Some wounds are invisible. They don't bleed, but they echo in every conversation, every pause, every forced smile. For those who have endured narcissistic abuse, the damage doesn't stop when the relationship ends. It lingers in the most unexpected ways, especially in how you speak, listen, and connect with others. This is a story not just of pain, but of survival. It's about how the brain adapts to long-term emotional manipulation and control. The survival habits that once kept you safe, apologizing, avoiding eye contact, keeping silent, can later become obstacles in your path to healing. Understanding these patterns is the first step. The second is learning how to break free from them. This video is a deep exploration of 10 communication behaviors shaped by trauma, not as flaws, but as evidence of strength, endurance, and the human spirit's attempt to survive what it was never meant to endure. These are not quirks, they are signs. And most importantly, they are not permanent. 1. The habit of over-apologizing, a survival strategy turned self-erasion. Living under constant criticism trains you to believe that you are always wrong, even when you're not, especially when you're not. Apologizing becomes a reflex, a shield against conflict. It's not about taking responsibility anymore. It's about avoiding emotional landmines. Over time, this habit chips away at your sense of self-worth. Saying "I'm sorry" becomes a way of staying small, invisible, safe. But safety built on silence is not freedom. The journey forward begins with awareness. Before each apology, pause. Ask, did I truly do something wrong, or am I afraid of upsetting someone? Slowly, the need to shrink will lose its grip, and self-respect will begin to replace fear. 2. Breathless speech. When anxiety hijacks your voice. Survivors often find themselves talking fast, explaining too much, and suddenly gasping for breath. The body reacts as if it's still under threat. Explaining becomes a form of defense, proof that you're not wrong, not lying, not guilty. This isn't about communication. It's about survival. Your nervous system, once trained to expect attack at any moment, is still on high alert. The path back is physiological as much as it is emotional. Breathing deeply, grounding your body, and learning to sit with silence between words helps rewire the brain. Not every statement needs defense. Not every moment needs explanation. Your truth can stand on its own. 3. Speech that falters. When telling your story feels unsafe. When you begin to share your story and the words don't come. When your voice stumbles or your mind goes blank. It's not forgetfulness. It's fear. Years of being gaslit, silenced, and ridiculed taught your brain that speaking openly is dangerous, even when you're now in a safer place. The trauma memory still lives in your nervous system. Reclaiming your voice isn't about perfect storytelling. It's about slowly allowing yourself to be seen and heard without shame. Speaking your truth, no matter how broken or tangled it sounds, is an act of healing, and over time, the words begin to flow again. 4. Emotional scanning. Reading every tone, like a warning sign. A slight change in someone's voice. A pause, too long. A smile that fades too quickly. Survivors notice it all. When you've walked on eggshells for too long, you become hyper-aware of tone and mood. Not because you're sensitive, but because your survival once depended on it. Every emotional shift could have meant a storm. Now, even in safe environments, your mind scans for danger that may not be there. Letting go of this constant monitoring is difficult, but with practice, it's possible to refocus, not on the fear of what others might do, but on the meaning of what they're actually saying. Not every silence hides a threat. Sometimes it's just silence. 5. The social mask, hiding behind a blank face. In social settings, survivors often appear detached or unemotional, not because they are, but because they've learned that showing emotion is risky. Emotions, once used against you, became something to hide. So now, a neutral face becomes your armor. It says, "Don't hurt me." It keeps others from seeing vulnerability that once brought pain. But living behind a mask is exhausting. Little by little, giving yourself permission to express joy, sorrow, confusion, or excitement, even in small, safe moments, helps rebuild trust in yourself and others. Expression is not a weakness. It's a return to your humanity. 6. Nervous laughter, a mask for unseen pain. Laughing in serious moments, making jokes in the face of discomfort. Humor becomes a shield when sadness isn't safe to show. When your reality was once dismissed or punished, humor was the only way to cope. It deflected attention. It calmed the room. It kept you from crying when crying wasn't allowed. But laughter isn't always light. Sometimes it's a cry in disguise. And while humor can still serve you, it shouldn't silence you. You are allowed to feel pain, express sadness, and be serious when it matters. Healing means making space for the emotions that were once locked away. 7. Careful words, when every sentence feels like a risk. Long pauses, careful phrasing, repeating thoughts in your mind before saying them aloud. This isn't forgetfulness, it's self-protection. Every word once felt like a trap. Anything you said could be twisted, used, turned against you. So you learn to speak carefully, slowly, almost apologetically. Now, even in safety, your voice still tiptoes through sentences, but freedom grows with practice. Speaking without editing, even when it feels scary, is how trust is built. Let the pauses grow shorter. Let your words come faster. Let yourself be unfiltered, even if only a little at a time. 8. The soft voice, when being direct feels too dangerous. Instead of saying what you want, you hint. Instead of expressing a need, you suggest. Your words soften, trail off, leave room for escape. This is the language of someone who learned that asking directly leads to punishment. Being assertive felt like being difficult, so you made yourself small to keep the peace. But peace that costs your voice is not peace at all. Strength begins with clarity. Saying what you want, need, or believe without apology is not aggression. It's authenticity. And the more you practice it, the more natural it becomes. 9. Repeating yourself. The lingering fear of being misunderstood. Saying the same thing twice. Rephrasing. Over-explaining. It's not about clarity. It's about fear. Fear that someone didn't hear you. Fear they'll twist your words. Fear of consequences for something you didn't even say. This pattern comes from having your words manipulated so often that now, even in safe spaces, your trust in being understood has eroded. But not everyone is a threat. Practice saying things once. Let the silence come. Let the other person respond. The more you see your words being heard and respected, the more you'll trust that they don't need to be repeated to matter. 10. Looking away when eye contact feels like exposure. Eyes hold power. And for survivors, that power once meant control, scrutiny, or threat. Avoiding eye contact isn't shyness. It's protection. Looking someone in the eyes might have once meant vulnerability, something unsafe, something to be used against you. Now, Even kind eyes can feel too intense. But healing is not about forcing discomfort. It's about small steps. Looking up during a conversation, meeting a glance, and holding it a little longer. Bit by bit, you reclaim what was taken, the ability to connect without fear. A voice that heals, a voice that belongs to you. These patterns aren't flaws. They're remnants of survival. Brilliant, instinctual adaptations in the face of harm. But now, in your healing, they can become unnecessary burdens. They can keep you isolated when what you deserve is connection. They can keep you silent when what you need is to be heard. The journey forward is slow. It's not a straight line, but every pause you shorten, every breath you take before explaining yourself, every time you speak your truth with a little less fear, you are healing. You are not broken. You are becoming whole. There is power in your voice, even if it trembles, even if it stumbles, even if it has been silent for too long, because now it's yours.